Libra-Scorpio. Welcome to your Timeless Energy Check-In reading. I am getting your incense lit to prepare the space here for you all. And I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. I thank you guys so much for all the love you do show here on my channel, for tuning in to these daily readings that I do here. If you're new, my name is Gabrielle. I do timeless energy check-in, love messages, moon energy readings, zodiac season readings, okay? You can find all of that in my playlist tab, okay? Or my homepage. Libra, Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio. If you're returning, welcome back, y'all. Happy to have you here again with me. And we're going to see what you guys got going on cosmically, okay? So for those of you, again, who might be new, got a few new subscribers here, yeah? I will be using this astrology deck. It's called the Black Moon Astrology Oracle. Just to see what planets, what houses, what transits, what zodiac signs, what elemental energies are guiding, supporting, and influencing you in this moment. Whenever you do come across this, again, is when it's meant for you. And then I'll use a tarot deck. I am using the Tazama Tarot. It's a very beautiful African tarot deck to clarify that energy, and then we'll end on the Sacred Destiny Oracle to kind of see what the highest vibrational outcome might be of what comes forward in the reading. Okay? Now, I do encourage you guys to get grounded, do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels right and best for you in this moment. I will sound my singing bowl after I do our pre-channel session, where I look at what energies I can kind of sense before we get into the cards, okay? And then I'll do a quick prayer, and then we'll get started with the Oracle and Tarot messages, all right? So, for my Libra Scorpios, cosmically, what is going on? What can I sense and feel? What do I need to know prior to this Libra Scorpio reading? I just heard change. Okay, so expect some changes here, Libra Scorpio, but with that Scorpio energy, that's probably not a surprise. Change. I just heard leadership. So maybe there's a change in leadership at a job. Maybe you are an entrepreneur and want to change your leadership role, or change how you lead your company, or who's leading your company. Okay? Maybe this is just feeling the need to change and kind of take a leadership role in your own life. Yeah? Some of you, it's more or less about allowing your soul vibration to lead you. Above all else, you could find yourself at the forefront of some major changes in your environment, maybe in a family dynamic, or again in a work situation. I just heard hefty. It's hefty. So this is big change. It's a big lift. Some of you, this definitely could be career reading, okay? Where maybe there's like a big overhaul happening in a company or your company. Maybe someone's getting like bought out, or there's just this spark of inspiration to do things differently. And you might have, if you have executives or supervisors, they might be coming to you, Libra Scorpio, to spearhead that initiative. Like, we like what you're doing, Libra Scorpio. We want you to kind of be the role model or be the mold that everyone else fits into. Or, you know, if it's like you share, well, I don't want to say share a role, but if there are multiple people at the company that have a similar title to you or the same title as you, it's kind of like how you go about it is ideal. And they want you to either teach. Yeah, some of you might be stepping into like a teacher role, or maybe you've just got certified to be a teacher of some sorts. But it's like they would want you to teach your ways, teach what you do to the people at your level in the company, okay? And or I get, okay, some of y'all, this is big, big and a hefty change. I almost feel like someone might elect you to be the leader of the company, or maybe be on like a board of trustees in some way, or yeah, I get promotion energy. Okay, that's exciting. Promotion energy. All right, what else here for Libra Scorpio and their cosmic influences in the moment? I just heard it's big. Like, yeah, this is a big moment for you all, Libra Scorpio, or this is like a big shakeup, or something unexpected. I'm kind of getting like a little bit of a tower, right? Where you maybe had one idea of how you maybe wanted to climb the corporate ladder, or how you saw yourself leading a business, or what role you saw yourself playing in a particular endeavor. And it's like, that's going to change or shift drastically, I feel. All right. I feel like that's pretty good. Anything else here, Divine, before we get started? All right. I'm going to go ahead and sound my singing bowl once, y'all. Again, like I said, I will do my prayer to begin the reading. Feel free to do whatever grounding or gratitude practice feels right and best for you, so that you're open to the messages that come forward. All right. And we'll get started. Almighty Creator, my ascended ancestors and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and with the Libra Scorpio Cusp Collective of Energies here on YouTube, and any of my soul tribe that might find this reading and tune in. I thank you so much for the clear and concise messages regarding what is guiding cosmically and influencing and supporting Libra Scorpio energies in the now moment. What's important for them to be aware of regarding those influences, and what the highest outcome or the potential of that energy might be that they need to be aware of most importantly. We thank you so much for those clear and concise messages, for your grace, your love, your mercy, your protection, the peace that you bring, and your presence with us in this moment. We love you, and so it is. Hi, Trevor. Yes, I can. You know what? Before I even get started, I'm going to put it in the chat, okay? T-A-Z, Tazama Tarot. If you type in Tazama Tarot, that should, ooh, that incense went right into my finger. It should pop up. I got mine off of Etsy. There we go. My pleasure, love. My pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it should, I said Etsy. Actually, it should pop up on Etsy. I think I actually purchased mine from Amazon. Amazon has it as well. I would do like a cost comparison, see which one might ship to you cheapest, okay? Because it was a pretty penny. It was a pretty penny, okay? But it's so worth it, though. The quality of the cardstock, the beauty of the illustrations, it's chef's kiss, right? It's one of my absolute favorite tarot decks. So if you do decide to purchase it, let me know, okay? And let me know how you like it. All right, Libra Scorpio, let's get into this. What are the cosmic energies here, Divine, for Libra Scorpio? Cosmic energies for Libra Scorpio. You've got Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Look at you guys being all in tune with the planets. Mercury is currently retrograding right now through January 18th. If you are a member of my channel, I did post that Mercury retrograde reading. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out. If you do have, well, no, everybody has access to that reading. All right, so definitely whatever messages for my members specifically maybe came up in that reading, this is going to be very important for you to be aware of over the next few weeks. For those of you that might not be members, but maybe you're interested in tuning into my energy shift readings, pretty much whenever there's a major retrograde or lunar node shift, I will do a collective reading on that energy for members only. And that is accessible at any level that you sign up on, okay? So if you want to tune into that, you can click the join button next to subscribe or click the link next to join my channel for exclusive, I think it says exclusive readings and perks. Possibly. You'll see it. It's down in there. You can also click the Linktree link, which will take you right back to YouTube and my sign up page, okay? Excuse me. Tell me more about this Mercury retrograde, okay? How is this important? Capricorn, yeah, it actually is. It is retrograding in Capricorn. So look at y'all. So this is a very, very important time frame. For those of you that are watching this in the now moment, powerful, powerful energy finding you, okay? For those of you that might watch this outside of the Mercury retrograde, okay? I got a feeling for some of y'all later down, if you watch this a little later, there will be another Mercury retrograde kind of nearing whenever you find this reading, okay? Because again, it is timeless. That it's going to be important for you to use that time of Mercury retrograding to reinvent the way you maybe use your throat chakra or the way you communicate or the way that you think. It's like, rather than feeling bogged down by, oh, it's a Mercury retrograde and everything's just not working and technology is wonky. Rather than approaching it that way, it's like, okay, how can I use this reflective, reinventive energy to benefit me? That's what the Capricorn energy does best. Capricorns are really, really, really skilled in trends. They are trendsetters for sure, but they're so tied into the earthly patterns. Like they can kind of pick that. There's something about that. Maybe this is the career, because again, it rules the 10th house naturally, which is the house of career, the world stage, okay, how you show up there. It's almost like there's something that you'll be able to use this Mercury retrograde, whether you're in it now, like watching this live, or it's approaching whenever you watch this later. There's something about this energy you're going to be able to use to your advantage. Okay, so Capricorns definitely look for advantages. How can they use what they know, use that tether to the 3D world to their advantage? Okay. Yeah, and then you got third house messages, which is ruled by Mercury in and of itself, so more Mercury energy. Some of you with that sea goat vibration, you might have strong Capricorn in your chart here, okay? And again, if you do not know your natal chart, or you're like, what the heck is she talking about my chart? I have free links in my description box below. They are not affiliate links. They are just two websites that I find to be very accurate, but they're absolutely free. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to give your email to get a report and then get bombarded with all of no. It's just birthday, place of birth, if you know the time, add it in, calculated with descriptions, giving you the whole chart. Especially for the Western astrology or the tropical calculation link, they'll even go as far as to break down how your planets are aspected in your natal chart and what that actually means. So a lot of powerful and valuable information there. Some of you maybe want to do a refresher if you already kind of know, but maybe need a quick reminder. Some of you could have Mercury in Capricorn. Your Mercury placement could be in Capricorn, okay? Or the 10th house. Or the 3rd house, yeah? Oh, wait, hold on. Scorpio, Sag, Cap. Yeah, if you're a Libra rising watching this, Capricorn would be your 3rd house. So this would be a reflective of how you communicate, how you think, where you're kind of oriented in the mental space. More Capricorn-like. Interesting. Yeah, some of you really might fall into your natal chart and enjoy that rabbit hole, like, and find that it resonates quite a bit, okay? For my number people, we do have 51 here with Mercury retrograde, which breaks down into a 6. We have 22, which is a master number. We do not break that down. And then we have 27, which breaks down into a 9. So 6, 9, 22, 27 and 51 might be important here. And then you got Pisces, I believe, at the bottom of the deck, vibration of 24, right? Which breaks down into a 6. So 2 6s, a 9, and a 22, again, are going to be very, very crucial for you all. As far as number syncs are concerned, maybe some of you are born on the 24th, the 27th, the 22nd. Some of you could be nearing the age 51, okay? Maybe born on the 6th or the 9th, okay? So maybe you got a birthday tomorrow, I don't know. Even if you're watching this in the now moment, right? Don't necessarily have to be a Libra-Scorpio, but happy birthday, because I feel that energy. Or maybe you know someone who's born tomorrow, okay? Either way here, Libra Scorpio, with this kind of, I don't know, Capricorn energy is really taking over. You could be connected to a Capricorn. They might be like the center focus of your life. Maybe you have a Capricorn child, okay? That is here in your life. Yes, some of you maybe have a Capricorn child, or if you're expecting, congratulations. Maybe this might be the season. Maybe you're nearing kind of giving birth here, but and even if you're not, and you maybe plan to have kids in the future, I don't know why am I so far ahead for y'all? You might have a Capricorn child, or a child born in Capricorn or under that sun sign of Capricorn that will literally be in your life to help you reinvent how you communicate. There's something about your communication, Libra Scorpio, that this child that's coming through, maybe this is even a sibling that you've kind of somewhat raised, or, you know, was very kind of hands-on with as the elder sibling. This could be like a younger sibling. Something about that relationship or that connection. This could even be like a younger lover, something like that. But something about this relationship and that connection has taught you how to communicate in a way that I don't think, had you not had that relationship or that connection, or maybe for some of y'all that responsibility of the child or supporting your sibling and raising them, that you would have developed. There's some sort of like familial, patient energy I'm kind of getting through that's like a key part to this reinvention for you. Learning how to interpret messages, learning how to kind of read between the lines is what I get with that third house energy and that Piscean energy, I believe. Because, you know, sometimes the challenge with Capricorn energy is they can be so earthbound that things of the ethereal or things of the spirit, things that are not tangible and can't be quantified, or don't have a qualitative aspect to it, it can be a little hokey pokey to them. I don't know how else to say that. Hokey pokey. Somebody's doing the hokey pokey. Some of y'all might be teachers, like teachers of young kids. Maybe you just did the hokey pokey in the classroom. I don't know. That was a strange vernacular. Maybe that means something here for somebody who will watch, but for that Piscean energy to come out, it's kind of like seeing is believing is what I heard when I glanced at the card. Seeing is believing, and it's like that's would be the challenge of Capricorn energy sometimes, using their imagination to manifest as opposed to solid, tangible things and resources that they have. Right? So sometimes Capricorn energy can be a little creatively challenged, not in a bad way, but just they really do have to work hard at creative efforts or manifesting things without any solid, it's like, how could I say that? Because I'm not sure why my brain is kind of dancing around this. Something about this might be delicate. Like, I feel like Spirit is trying to say I have to word this correctly in order for it to hit somebody or in order for it to connect and resonate in a particular way. So thank you guys for bearing with me in advance. This might be one of those types of readings, okay? But yeah, it's that seeing is believing. So maybe in this period of this Mercury retrograde, or again, this reinvention or transformation, generally, you might find yourself in of great change, Libra Scorpio. What might be challenged is your belief system, right? Maybe what you've constructed tangibly in the 3D based off of a certain set of beliefs that you maybe have, maybe that's shifting and changing. And so now the struggle is, or the challenge, let's not even say struggle, the challenge is to rebuild what you built before, or recalibrate these new beliefs, because it does feel like it's new with the reinvention. It's like new beliefs are coming in, new understandings are coming in, new senses are starting to activate, which is bringing you a lot of intuitive messages and intuitive knowledge that I feel like Libra Scorpio was amiss for a while, like was either inaccessible, hard to kind of grasp and make sense of. Capricorn is attached to Saturn, so it definitely feels like restrictive, very much so about Libra Scorpio. You've been hyper disciplined, maybe. You know what I mean? Just extra focused on one thing, maybe more than one thing, but a certain aspect of your life, or hyper focused on a goal, right? I gotta get this goal. I gotta get this goal. It's like using that Capricorn energy to really discipline yourself in one direction. Some of you maybe feel really motivated. It is the beginning of the calendar year, right? Not for me, I celebrate the new year in March during the spring equinox. So you might be feeling that kind of worldly pressure of, it's January, it's the beginning of 2023. I got to get my shit together. I got to figure this out. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I'm kind of getting from this Capricorn energy. It's like, I got to do things differently. I have to reinvent myself. You know, maybe it's even you pulling some deeper faith or some deeper hope out of your own vibration, or out of your own sensibility, right? Like, I believe I can do this. I believe I can use what I have. I believe I can make it. It's like almost like Libra Scorpio, you're in this phase or this space of merging your fantasies with reality. Like, there could be a dream that you have, Libra Scorpio. There could be a dream life, a dream lifestyle, a dream relationship, a dream career. And it's like something is clicking under this Mercury retrograde, under this Capricorn season, where, yeah, it's just, I think you really feel that tension between that fantasy, that dream, that ideal, and your current and present day reality. And feeling very disciplined, and almost like you're kicking yourself in the butt to kind of take a step forward, to kind of take a risk, or to leap into this, or leap into something new, or go for something that you've been dreaming of, or really use what you have. Like, for some of you, I feel like you're sitting in an environment that has all the resources you need to make whatever this dream is, whatever you believe in, a reality. But I do sense a little bit of hesitation. I'm seeing like the 7 of Wands in my mind's eye. So there has been some form of like resistance or protection. Maybe some parts of you, that could be Capricorn too. Maybe some parts of you are cautious about this. Like, ooh, that's a big dream. Or, you know what I mean? I want to make sure I do it right. I want to make sure that I it has to be right. It has to be perfect, right? It has to be to the detail of what it is that I really, really want and everything I've dreamed of, or else it's like, ugh, you know what I mean? It's like, or else I don't want it. So maybe there's a need to be a little flexible, especially with that Piscean energy, because they're very fluid, right? Yeah, a lot coming out just from the oracles. I'm sorry. I literally just feel like I fell out of some sort of channeling trance there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Checking on the chat. Is it Eliza? Elysia? Hi, Elysia. Oh, nice. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, your daughter, 22 cusper. Hey, girl. At her birthday's next week, Trevor. Oh, happy birthday to her. I do not mean to wish pregnancy on anybody, okay? But that was definitely the vibes I was picking up on. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, love. I love that. All right. All right, let's get into this. Sorry, guys. I definitely got lost in that channel. A little bit. Tell me more, Divine, about this Mercury retrograde, Capricorn, third house energy, and Piscean, okay? 5 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. Okay, so there could be some disappointment around a connection or a relationship. Feeling let down by somebody, or maybe somebody feels let down by you here, Libra Scorpio. I almost get like someone feels like they failed. It's like I failed at making that relationship work, or I failed at really nurturing those 2 cups or committing to the connection. And maybe that's what someone wants to reinvent. I think maybe for some of y'all, there could be someone who wants to come back towards you. Like someone might believe you're the one for them, or someone might believe that like you were meant to be with them or something like that. And it's kind of like someone's going to use, yeah, it could be a King of Wands, Leo energies, someone with Sagittarius in their chart, maybe even in Aries. More specifically Sagittarius though. Doesn't necessarily have to be the sun sign, y'all. Remember, we're pretty much all the energies, but they could just harness Sagittarian energy very well. Yeah, it's like somebody can't stop thinking about you, or can't stop thinking about the relationship or this connection. Whether that's you or this person. Let's just get into it. What's this reinvention all about? Okay, Queen of Wands. This deck really wants to speak. So I'm just going to let it do its thing, y'all, okay? Tell me more about the Queen of... Whoa. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands for this reinvention. Yeah, more fire. You've got the 5 of Wands. There it is. There's that 7 of Wands. I saw it in my mind's eye. Yeah. 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Reinvention. Somebody might be resisting or might just feel very challenged by Mercury's retrograde right now. Like spiritually challenged. Yeah. Ooh. For some of y'all. Okay. Thank you, Divine. This is why I love tarot. For some of y'all, this challenge and this resistance, this 5 of Wands energy, this could be coming from other people. Mind you, we are under full moon energy right now, tonight and tomorrow. I'll be doing the full moon reading tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. EST. So if you guys want to tune into that, I'd love to have you there. But it's like there's a whole bunch of like challenging energies, or people kind of, for some of y'all, like pushing your buttons, kind of testing your limits, right? And I feel like you're in this Queen of Wands energy with the 7 of Wands, very, very seasoned, very sturdy, and standing your ground and not afraid to do so. It's almost like Libra Scorpio, you're very tapped into the fact that for some of y'all, this isn't necessarily a war or a battle or a challenge from people. It's like you're not taking it personally. You understand that it's an energetic battle. Yeah, that's big. You're understanding that it's an energetic battle. It's not the person who really has a beef with you. It's the energy trying to oppose you. Yeah. It's the resistance from that energy that's almost kind of like pulling out these skill sets. Or again, for some of y'all, this is like you've been working on, ooh, I just heard temper. Some of you might have a temper. You've been working on your temper. You've been working on, because this is all fire energy. Working on that fire element, right? Like not too hot, not too low, You know what I mean? Just like keeping the right consistency of fire where Seven of Wands, people fully understand if I get too close, if I cross that line with Libra-Scorpio, I'm going to get flamed. I'm going to get lit up. And rightfully so. It's almost like some of you guys are learning how to save that stinger with that Scorpion energy for those that absolutely truly need it. And learning how to recognize kind of petty energy and not feed into it, stand your ground against it, guard it, kind of draw the line in the sand. You know what I mean? Like not instigate it, not let it instigate you. And really save that stinger for those that absolutely need it. You know what I mean? As opposed to just Five of Wands, oh, there's smoke, I'm gonna bring the fire. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just dead it right here. Some of you guys are really learning how to manage a temper here. That's beautiful though, honestly. Because that'll keep you out of situations you really don't need to be in and keep you from draining yourself by squabbling up with people who truly have no, and I hate to even say it like that, but it feels like these people, they don't have anything better to do or they don't really have an aim in life. So why not mess around with the Queen of Wands? Why not poke fun? Or why not, you know what I mean? Why not challenge? Why not make it, it's like that's their excitement. Trying to ruffle your feathers. Imagine that type of life. Where the only excitement you get out of life is ruffling or you know what I mean, challenging somebody else or starting drama with somebody. Like, come on. I feel like Libra-Scorpio has way better things to do than to deal with that. And you're learning what to really feed your energy into and what not to, okay? Which is, again, a beautiful lesson to learn. So tell me more about the energy between reinvention or Mercury retrograde and Capricorn. Knight of Swords. There's that stinger. Although it's air energy, it's a sharp tongue. Ooh, Knight of Swords words will cut you deep. Right? Yeah. That just flipped out. Knight of Swords words will cut you deep. Okay? So some of you, it's using the power of communication. Because that's what we were talking about, right? Using the power of communication to really analyze what's worth responding to and what's not. Okay? What's worth responding to and what's not. And there you are. Because you are the bringer of balance. Okay? Justice. What's right and what's fair. Some of you could have been raised or in that energy. Yeah, Six of Wands. Wanted to slide out here. So we'll put that there. Yeah. So you guys are definitely going to be successful in using your ability to analyze communication. Again, that Libra dynamic you have, air element. There you are showing up in your major arcana, which is powerful. Learning a big lesson in how you use your words. Some of you might not even be aware that your words cut deep. And that could be the Mercury retrograde reinvention, learning how to reinvent how you communicate in order to be effective. Can't fight fire with fire. It'll only create more chaos. You could fight, I was going to say you could fight fire with air, but that also might create a little bit more chaos. Ideally, you would want to fight fire with water. Right? Because then it'll just put it out. But in here, because you only have air and fire showing up in your tarot thus far, and truly a lot of air here. Oh, and then Pisces, your water energy. So that's maybe the goal. The goal is to how to tap into the water element and the water energy when faced with fire. Okay? Because whatever this situation is, whatever you're dealing with this Five of Wands, it's not important to get caught up in the drama. Like, it's not worth it to add fuel to the fire with this. If you want to have victory, if you want to have success, because again, 5, 6, and 7. So if you want to have progression in this situation, you're going to have to be mindful of your words, Libra-Scorpio, and you're going to have to make sure that you're coming from a place of balance. You're not speaking from an angry place. You're not speaking from hurt place or hurt feelings. You're not speaking with too much bias. right? It's like justice. This is what's actually fair and right. You're speaking from an energy of compromise. Especially for those of you where you might be dealing with a child in this. Yeah, I get with the Knight energy. They could be young, but Nine of Swords. They could definitely be young, but they might even be nearing that like teen years, or they're just, you know how kids are. They get a little mouthy around like second grade, third grade, and then it kind of pulls up. They really start to learn how to articulate themselves. So I feel like it's so important for those of you that might be parents here. It's so important for you to take a step back sometimes when you maybe feel challenged. It's like you naturally, if this was adult to adult conversation, you might go off, right? Like you might bring fire to the fire. But again, because for some of y'all, this is your child, you want to make sure that you're successful in allowing them to learn how to balance out their own words, right? It's kind of like a teachable moment. But I get with the Nine of Swords, it could be stressful. It could be stressful, or it could be a lot. Because I think for some of y'all, why am I getting this? I understand some of y'all might be parents, but I feel like whether your child takes after you, their other parents, maybe your own mother, your own father, it's almost like you're looking a little bit at yourself here. So y'all might have similar communication styles, but that can get real chaotic real quick if it's not put in check, if someone doesn't analyze it, like if someone really doesn't take the time to kind of take a step back. Because it could be a war of words, or like, I want to have the last word, or I want to have victory in this conversation rather than balance and understanding and peace. So especially if you are the parent, right, that would be your challenge, to be that peace, to be the balance. Even when they're stressing you out, to try to reason with them as much as possible, or get them to understand how to reason through, for some of them, what they're feeling or what they're thinking. Yeah, more swords. Two of Swords. Messages. Yeah. Some of you might have, again, children, or maybe you're a teacher at that age. Like I said, second grade, maybe first grade, third grade, right on up. Where you have to be, again, very decisive and very discerning around, okay, how do I approach answering this question? I'm telling you, it's like once kids learn how to talk, the questions just come left and right. And it's, why is this and why is that? And you know what I mean? And then they pick up on how you communicate because they're watching you. And then it's like, oh, don't say that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like trying to find that balance so that the child or the younger energy in this situation doesn't get the wrong idea, or doesn't pick up bad habits in communicating that maybe you've worked really hard, Libra-Scorpio, to master, to balance out, to bring justice to. Okay. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. That's that water. That's that unconditional love. That's that deep sense of understanding emotionally, right? It's like, for those of you where it's just kind of like, I don't really know how to do that though, because maybe that wasn't done for you, right? Maybe this is an attempt on your end, Libra Scorpio, for my parents out there, to do things differently than how you were raised. You might have dealt with parents that were very sharp at the tongue and real quick to cut you down, or real quick to say something nasty, or you know what I mean? Honestly, kind of emotionally immature, or verbally, well, some of them, they could have been verbally abusive, right? Because that's just how their parents talk to them. So some of y'all, this is like generational cycles that you might be in a position now to break with your children, or the children that you're teaching or guardians of. Okay. Tell me more about the Two of Swords with these messages though. What makes this so, yeah, Four of Wands. Yeah. Because for some of y'all, it's like, yeah, you're in this contract with them. Yeah, you got contracts with your kids, or maybe this is a job. You're in it. You know, you're committed. You've signed your name on that dotted line. You've signed up for this. But it's really just learning how to discern. Yeah, I get that. And that could definitely put you guys in the Nine of Swords, where it's like, it'd be so much easier to just do what you were taught to do, or mirror or mimic something that you learned growing up. Or again, it's just kind of like have those knee-jerk reactions that you're familiar with. But I get that there's this deeper sense within Libra Scorpio that it's like, I kind of feel like I need to reinvent it. I need to do it differently. I need to use the experience that I've gone through, try to understand how it felt to be on the receiving end of that experience, and make sure that I'm not putting that same experience on the people I'm in charge of, right? People I'm responsible for. A lot of y'all, again, the children you're responsible for. It's almost like I feel like Libra Scorpio made a promise to themselves they wouldn't do the same things that their parents did or their guardians did. And then it's like, now you're being challenged with that. Okay, so what are you going to do? Queen of Cups. Come on now. Cancer energy. What are you going to do, Libra Scorpio? You're going to tap into that water. You're going to tap into that water. Queen of Cups is very, very, very emotionally understanding. She gets it. She gets how you feel. She senses it, and she operates from that. What would it feel like if I were in that position? What would it feel like if the shoe was on my foot? What would I want someone to treat me like, or talk to me like, or speak to me like, or deal with me? How would I want to be dealt with when I'm stressed, or maybe I deal with anxiety, or again, there's some sort of agitation here? How, if I was me being agitated, right? How would I want someone to care for me? It's like, that's the reinvention. That's the taking the Two of Swords to really think about it. Like, okay, I know I could do it this way, but what would I have really wanted when I was on the other end of this? That's what's ultimately going to bring you success, because that's you being that justice energy and balancing out the scales that were once imbalanced when you were on the opposite end. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles, family. Happy family, right? Longevity in family, a tight family bond at that with the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like some of you are trying to figure out how to build relationships with your children or the people around you that you weren't taught to build, or that weren't built with you from the people who guarded you or led you in life, right? So tell me more. Tell me more about the energy between the third house and Pisces. Page of Wands. Yeah. Positive messages. It's honestly, I feel like the more that you focus in on that water energy, Libra Scorpio, the easier navigating these challenges or these kind of difficult relationships will be. The more optimistic you will be about using that power of the water to quench the fire, right? To kind of calm the fire down, not adding to it. Because think about it, when a fire's lit, think about all those like wildfires that happen in like California and all over the world, right? One little match or one little spark of lightning or something, one little spark catches wind, air energy, and just takes out acres and acres of land, just like that. So it's almost like one little gust of wind here in this situation could destroy acres or generations or years and years of work here. That's what feels like it's at stake. All the work you've done to reinvent yourself, Libra Scorpio, all the work you've done to do it differently or to be better or to improve yourself or improve, Hierophant, to improve it. What have you learned from that? That's the energy you're in. That's the test. Remember, wisdom is just applied knowledge. When you act in wisdom, you act in what you know. what you've learned. That's what makes a fool, because they'll fall off that cliff every single time and not learn how to protect themselves. Not learn that, hey, maybe you shouldn't jump off that cliff just yet. Or maybe you shouldn't go head first. Maybe go feet first. Or maybe just walk down the cliff. Why do you got to throw yourself off of it? You know what I mean? It's like they don't have that sense of, I wonder if I could have did that differently. It's just blind ambition. But it feels like this Mercury retrograde is getting Libra-Scorpio to slow down. Really take the time to think about how you're communicating, what you're saying, how it's coming across. And I even hate to say it, the tone you're using, right? It's like all of that, I feel like, needs to come from this Queen of Cups vibration. Because I get some of y'all might deal with the temper, or you can get hot real quick, especially if you're being verbally disrespected, but that's a trigger for you based off your own life experiences. So that's what I mean by, for some of you, this child being in your life and having these attributes is directly intentional to trigger out of you the lessons and the patterns and the more or less the patterns that you might still be operating under that ultimately do not want to be passed down to the next generation. Yeah, I'm going to flow with that because that's what this really truly feels like, okay? Let's check in with this Pisces energy, bottom of the deck. So what does Libra-Scorpio need to believe here? What is the belief that Libra-Scorpio needs to have here? In order to remain in alignment, what's the belief? What can you tell Libra-Scorpio about this Piscean energy? The moon. Ooh, like I said, y'all, we're under full moon energy as I am streaming this. Again, we'll be doing that full moon tomorrow, the full moon chakra reading. Okay, so if you want to tune into that, make sure you subscribe so that you get the notification in your subscriptions list, or you see the video in your subscriptions list. Okay, moon energy. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, yeah, water. Believe in what you feel and what you sense. Activate that Queen of Cups. Because honestly, I feel like, and this doesn't even have to be a child, this could be a coworker, this could be a friend, this could be a family member. It's like how somebody's talking to you isn't necessarily the focus. It's what they're actually trying to say. That's what the Queen of Cups can tap into. I get that you're coming at me with this sword energy. I get that you're frustrated or you're disturbed or you're angry or you have anxiety. Like, I get that it's this tension from you, but how you want to connect with this person or connect with this situation is the feelings that they have. It's like, wow, you must really be agitated or really angry or really sad or maybe hurt or disappointed to have such sharp language or to have such a dramatic approach or intense approach. That's what's important. What I feel you saying is, because what you hear, I get it. I could feel it so clearly. What you hear from this person is the tone. You hear how they're kind of maybe, bucking up a little bit. That's what you hear. But what do you feel from what they're saying? That they're frustrated or that they're upset or that they're disappointed. You know what I mean? Like it has to come from somewhere deeper than just the surface. And that's what the Queen of Cups is asking you to do along with the moon and the Piscean energy. What do you believe the feeling is for this person? And then operate how you speak to them, how you approach them, how you connect with them from there. That's what's going to yield you a more positive response. There's the child energy, Page of Wands. That's what's going to also help you build trust with this person. If this is like, a child, maybe a lover, a friend, it's like that you're not going to judge them for their, I heard, instincts or judge them for, again, like what they're feeling or what they're dealing with, or maybe they're not as polished in how they talk, but what do you feel and what do you sense out of what they're saying? That's the real them. Especially if this is a child, they'll learn how to develop that sense of couth and that sense of being tactful in what they say. Like, that'll come with time, with age, with wisdom. But for now, try to tap into the feeling of what they're trying to say, as opposed to focus on how they're saying it. Because remember, you've had times where you've had, people piss you off, or maybe, especially if this is a young child, like, yeah, you don't get your way. You didn't get the pizza party at school, or you didn't get the ice cream after dinner. You know what I mean? That's, it might not seem world ending to you, but that could be definitely detrimental and just, the end of the world to a younger mind or a younger energy. You know what I mean? So it's just important that that Queen of Cups and that moon, that sensitivity is present for you here, Libra Scorpio. Lead with that. Yeah. She's 5 in advance. Yeah. Oh, those fire signs. Hey now. Fire signs are awesome. Not all, though. Not all. Some of them can definitely be. But that's for all signs, right? But I feel you, Chipper. Thanks for, again, confirming that. Yeah. Queen of Cups. Lead with the Queen of Cups and that moon energy, okay? Try to be a little more understanding of the emotions that they feel with this expression, right? As opposed to how it's being expressed. Because that'll come with time. They'll learn. They'll definitely learn. All right. Libra Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what the highest energetic outcome of all of this energy may be. Okay, what does this moon energy also bring you, and what you need to focus on more or less and more specifically when it comes to dealing with this situation. Thank you so much, Divine. What does Libra Scorpio need to focus on when it comes to dealing with this energy? Or the highest energetic outcome? Enlightenment. Yeah. Enlightenment, and you've got trust, like I said. This is about building trust. Because ultimately, and I'm gonna slightly insert myself here, speaking from experience with my own family dynamics and how I was raised and how I grew up. It's hard to build trust with someone who doesn't accept you in all of your moods, where you have to walk on eggshells and kind of curb your own energy and not be in your authentic feeling, and make sure you package it just right so that it's received. That won't build, one, trust in self, and it won't foster a healthy relationship of trust between the relationship dynamic, because everybody needs that person or those people, and hopefully, right, you would want that to be family or a parent, right, where you can just be raw, real, to the point. You don't gotta hold back, and that they'll feel you, as opposed to get caught up in the tone of, or you know what I mean, it's like, as opposed to trying to critique that aspect of it, right? Because for me growing up, it was more or less, well, you don't want people to think that you're that type of person or this type of way. So, and then the wrong way of expressing how I truly felt could send me into World War III. Okay. Just, it could totally turn around and be about the other person's feelings and how, you know what I mean? As opposed to, like, I'm a child struggling with my big emotions and trying to just express, and having like an adult to understand that, yeah, they're just trying to figure it out, and being that Queen of Cups and that sounding board. Yeah, I feel like that's what somebody needs, and that's what ultimately is going to grow the more that you allow yourself to be in that energy and kind of approach this person, or from that angle. They'll learn to trust you with their emotions, and trust you with their struggles, and trust you with their challenges, because they know that you're going to listen to them, you're going to receive them for who they are. You're not going to take how they're saying it personally. Now, we're not talking about being flat out disrespectful, no, but like, yeah, if you're angry and you're pissed and you need to vent, you don't vent like this, and that just really pissed me off, and I like, that's not how anybody vents, especially when they're agitated, right? So it's leaving room for all facets and all dimensions of the being to be free, to be acknowledged, to be seen, to be heard, and to be valued. That's how you get the trust. So then when they grow older, especially if this is a child, they're not going to hesitate to come to you when they're dealing with things, as opposed to learning how to deal with it on their own, kind of like I had to do growing up, because I couldn't trust the people that were closest to me to support me in that. Okay, a little bit of personal there, but I hope that was helpful in kind of putting that into perspective here as far as what I was picking up with trust in this situation. Tell me more. What else might be the highest energetic outcome? Thriving. I'm telling y'all, that's the energy shift from that Page of Wands. Page of Wands is positive energy. It's optimistic. It's open. It's free. It's excited. I think that's what's going to cement that foundation here for someone in this relationship. And that's what's going to allow it to thrive. Yeah. So focus on how to build trust with this person from a human to human, right? I think sometimes, especially as parents, you can get so caught up in the parent-child dynamic, right? I'm older than you and you don't know nothing. It's like that can kind of stagnate things, because children come here with their own set of wisdom. You might not even know. You might be parenting an old soul. Yeah, some people got children whose souls is older than they are. So really, it's like the child is there to honestly be a teacher to that parent. But that's not always tapped into at the right times. And if this is, again, youthful and they're young, again, with the page, this would be that formative time. Really, honestly, before the child hits 7, it's like those are very, very important formative years as far as, again, how they articulate themselves, how they kind of see the world, view the world, connect to the world, how they connect to the people around them. They learn quickly. Children learn so quickly who they can trust when they're in certain spaces, just based off energy alone. They don't even know why they feel that way. You know what I mean? Like, you know how sometimes, like, a child, I don't want to hug Uncle so-and-so because, well, that child knows something that maybe the family might not. You know what I mean? Like, that don't feel right. I don't want to do that. It's that type of thing. Okay? All right. Now, what can Libra-Scorpio focus on? Openness. Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's what maybe this full moon might help you with here, Libra-Scorpio. Openness. Openness. Be open to the fact that, yeah, this, as much as this child is in your life, or this relationship is in your life, for you to guide or for you to support or for you to help, they're also there to help you learn Hierophant, to help you master parts of yourself as well. Let that be an open dialogue, as opposed to, I know what's best, you don't, so that's just how it is. Sometimes, yeah, kids know what they need. They might not be able to articulate it the way that you are willing to receive it, but they ultimately know what they need. And I feel like for those of you where, again, these are children, you want them to come to you for their needs. You don't want them to seek those needs out in other ways and in other places and other spaces that aren't going to be healthy for them. Yeah? Okay. Tell me more about what Libra-Scorpio... Whoa. I know y'all heard that. But the Truth card literally fell right in my singing bowl. Okay? Right in my singing bowl. Truth. Speaking nothing but it. Transformation, yeah? So this is huge. This is a huge turning point. This is a point of growth for you. Wait a minute now. Hold on. There's something turned over in here. Come on now. Can't make it up if I wanted to, y'all. Wisdom. And interestingly enough, this wisdom card is set underwater. Queen of Cups, moon energy. Use your emotions wisely. Tap into your emotions. Apply them. There's a lot of wisdom to be gained from that emotional body here, Libra Scorpio. Try not to logic your way through this or only use your mental. Okay? Water, water, water is going to be super important for you. Let's just get one more. One more. Thank you. Some of y'all might need to work through your sacral chakra, because that's the singing bowl note that I have. It's a D note, which connects to the sacral. Some of y'all really gonna, that's the watery center. It's water. Sacral is this water energy. For those of you that might be new to chakras, there is a quick bare bones guide of the 7 main chakras I'll talk about here on my channel. Sacral chakra is the second. It's the orange color. Got a little bit of orange here in your tarot. And you got miracles to end you off. I knew there was something else that needed to come out. For those of you where you feel challenged in this relationship, in this dynamic, understand that there can be a miracle transformation here where it almost feels like 9 of Swords, right? Like, I don't really know how this is going to get better. I don't really know how to handle this. This is just going to be too much. No, you can thrive in this relationship, or you have the power to bring the justice, bring the balance, bring the wisdom to the situation in order for the relationship to thrive. And really that trust being in the center of all of this to really build trust, okay? And then look at that. Like I said, look at that. Got the parent whale and the baby whale. Yeah. You see there's even strings. I don't even know if y'all could see that. Can y'all see that? Those strings connected there. That's that soul tie energy between you and a younger vibration, whether it is your child, whether it is a friend, a family, a sibling. You're tethered for a reason. You're meant to guide them through the voyage of life here. But in order to do so that they swim further or they reach horizons that were further than you could have, right? With what you knew, you have to do things differently. You got to reinvent how you build and connect and build trust, right? And connect with this person. Okay? All right, beautiful, beautiful energy here, Libra Scorpio. I know it was kind of heavily focused in one direction, but I hope even through those analogies and even through those messages, you were able to find something to apply to your situation or that resonated with your situation, Libra Scorpio. I thank you guys again so much for joining me here. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let me know what you connected with in the comments down below. I love to hear that from you all. Doesn't necessarily have to be full detail. If you just want to say, hey, that resonated with me, I love hearing that as well. It's very helpful for me as a reader. If you want to go into detail too, I'd love to talk to you about it for sure. But make sure you leave me a comment down there. And if you are new here, this was your first time tuning in, I hope you enjoyed this series. Make sure you hit that subscribe button again so you don't miss out on tomorrow's full moon energy reading. I believe it's a Gemini Cancer full moon, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you guys are tuning into that. And if you would like to be notified when I'm live on my channel so you can tune into that day's content, you want to have that bell notification turned on to all. All right. Again, thank you so much, Traber. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Elysia. And thank you, Angela, for being here. Oh, struggling. Oh, I pray that you find some sort of solace in this reading, and I pray those struggles smooth over soon, okay? You do got miracles, so they will turn around. They will transform, okay? It's all a part of your journey here, love. But yes, thank you guys so much for showing the chat love. And again, I hope to see you all tomorrow. And if not, in your next reading, all right? Namaste.